Hi everyone. Okay, so now we're on to linear function, subsection 4. The outcome for this is finding the equation of a line given any two conditions that serve to define it. Remember, those two conditions are the slope and 1 point or simply 2 points. The reason that 2 points works is because we can use those 2 points to figure out the slope, and then slope and 2 points is pretty much the same as slope and 1 point, so it's all good. Anyways, by the end of this subsection, you'll be able to do the following things. You'll be able to write the equation of a line given a point and slope or 2 points. You can write the equation in slope y-intercept form, point slope, general, or standard form. That's all these awesome formulas down here. Okay, and then you can write the equation that is parallel or perpendicular to any other line segment in any of the 4 forms. Okay, so recall from previous courses, so you learned this first in grade 10. Okay, so point slope form of a line. Okay, so y minus y1 equals m. I'm not sure why the bracket didn't show up here, but okay, x minus x1. Okay, the slope intercept form, y equals mx plus b. Okay, that one's probably very familiar. Okay, the general form, remember the general form brings everything over and equals 0, and then the standard form just brings that constant over, so we equal, so the x and the y are on one side and the c is on the other. Okay, so you're going to have to write the equation of a line in any of these forms. Okay, so I've got some examples in part 1 to help you do that. Alright, so part 1, point slope form. Okay, this form is the easiest way to write an equation of a line. It is the way we do mostly in Math 31. Okay, and again, my bracket's not showing up. It's really weird. Okay, anyways, okay, so here's how this works. We have to have 1 point, and of course that's going to be x and y. Not a big deal. M is the slope. Okay, so if you have a look at this part, again, pretty straightforward. Okay, oh, what else too is that's always a minus sign. Now that's important because, well, you'll see in a sec. Okay, so the formula is going to be y minus y1. So y1 is 1. So y minus 1 equals, so the slope, okay, so is 5/7. Okay, and then x minus x1. So minus x1, hey, is -4. Well, we don't want to leave it like that because we never leave a double negative, so that's that. So we end up with y minus 1 equals 5/7 x plus 4. Now, if you have a good look at this, what's happened, look, the y in the coordinate was 1, now it's -1. The x was -4, now it's +4. So really, all that happens here is the signs on the coordinate just change. So y minus 1, okay, 5/7 the slope, and then x plus 4. Okay, so pretty straightforward. For number 2 here, okay, so now they're giving us 2 points, so we have to figure out the slope. So slope, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Sorry, that is like horrible writing. That's a 1. Sorry. Okay, anyways, so I usually start with the second point for the 2's. It really doesn't matter. So -10 minus -3. Ooh, minus 3. That's crazy because that's the x. Be careful. So -10, that's the y. So -2 is the other y. Okay, and then 1 minus -3. Okay, so remember, if you're starting with the -10, then for the x's you have to start with the 1. Okay, so that's going to be -12, okay, plus over 4. So the slope here is -3. Now, why there's 2 possible answers is because this next part could use either one of those 2 points. Okay, so our equation could be, if I'm using the first point, so let's use the -3 and the 2. So that's going to be y minus 2 equals -3, okay, x plus 3. Right? Those coordinates just change. So that is the first answer. Now that's good enough, but if you pick the other point, it's going to be exactly the same thing. So that's going to end up being y plus 10 equals -3 x minus 1. Okay? Okay, so that is how we do that. Either form of those are exactly the same, and I'll prove it to you. Anyways, this is where you would stop the question so that you're good, but let's just prove it. Okay, so if we change these into the same form, that's going to be y minus 2 equals negative 3x minus 9, and y plus 10 equals negative 3x plus 3. Then, of course, we go plus 2, minus 10, and y equals negative 3x minus 7. And then this one is y equals negative 3x, oh look, minus 7. So both of these forms are the correct answer. They're exactly the same, and they simplify to the same y equals mx plus b. Again, just finish up at either one of those lines. That's what I'm looking for, but I just wanted to prove to you that they're the same. Okay, that's it for part 1. Thanks.